Good morning, beloveds. I am a geek and I missed May 4th, so I'm going to say, hey, May the 4th be with you, Star Wars. Simply because today is now Revenge of the 5th or Cinco de Mayo. So, there were all kinds of Star Wars posts yesterday and Star Wars adjacent posts. And today I'm sure there will be plenty of Cinco de Mayo, including I saw Juan Solo, which I've actually seen Juan Solo in person at Dragon Con, and now I want to go look for those pictures because they cracked me up. They were fantastic. It was a whole family. It was Juan Solo, and then I forget who everybody else was. All right. We are starting with the principle. So I'm in Science of Mind Text, the introduction, what it does, part 2, and I am starting with the principle restated. Let us restate our principle. We are surrounded by an infinite possibility. It is goodness, life, law, and reason. In expressing itself through us, it becomes more fully conscious of its own being. Therefore, it wishes to express through us. As it passes into our being, it automatically becomes the law of our lives. It can pass into expression through us only as we consciously allow it to do so. Therefore, we should have faith in it and its desires and its ability to do for us all that we shall ever need to have done. Since it must pass through our consciousness to operate for us, we must be conscious that it is doing so. The one who wishes to demonstrate some particular good must become conscious of this particular good, if he wishes to experience it. Therefore, they must make their mind receptive to it, and they must do this consciously. There is no hocus pocus in a mental treatment. It is always definite, conscious, concrete, and explicit. We are dealing with intelligence and should deal with it intelligently. There is no occult trick to giving scientific treatment. It is just the reverse. Simplicity should mark our every effort, and positivity should accompany all statements that we make into the law of good. The secret already known. A treatment is a statement in the law embodying the concrete idea of our desires and accompanied by an unqualified faith that the law works for us as we work with it. Let us waste no further time looking at the secret of success or the key to happiness. Already the door is open, and whosoever will may enter. Undoubtedly, each of us is now demonstrating their concept of life, but trained thought is far more powerful than untrained. And the one who gives conscious power to their thought should be more careful what they think than one who does not. The more power one gives to their thought, the more completely they believe that their thought has power, the more power it will have. Treatment active, not passive. A treatment is an active thing. When one gives a treatment, they are not sitting around hoping that something may happen. They are definitely, constructively, actively stating, sensing, knowing some specific good. This is in accord with the principle which we seek to demonstrate. If we give treatments without a definite motive in mind, the most we can accomplish will be to promote a salutary atmosphere. A passive meditation will never produce an active demonstration, any more than an artist can paint a picture by sitting down with their paints but never using them. Pardon. The mind must conceive before the creative energy can produce. We must supply the avenue through which it can work. It is ready and willing. It is its nature to spring into being through our thought and action. In an iron foundry, the pig iron is thrown into a great furnace and melted. That which was solid becomes liquid and then is poured into molds which are fashioned in different shapes. The iron itself neither knows nor cares what particular form it takes. It is formless, ready to take any form supplied. If we did not place it in the proper molds, the liquid would assume no particular form. This is the way it is in dealing with this subtle energy of spirit, but the molds are made in our own subjective minds through conscious and specific thought, purpose, and direction. We should be very careful not to think that because we make the mold, we must create the substance. It already exists. It is part of the life in which we live, part of the universal energy. Definite molds are concepts decide the shape which is to be created from the general liquid. This should prove to us that there is a specific technique in mental treatment which we should not overlook. If we wish a certain good, we must instill into our own minds a realization of this specific good, and then, as the idea is the mold we place in mind, it will be filled by the substance necessary for the complete manifestation of this good in our lives. Therefore, if a person is seeking to demonstrate, they must tell themselves that they have faith in their power, in their ability, in the principle, and in the certainty of demonstration for which they work. Faith, being a mental attitude, is according to law, and even though one doubts, they can overcome their doubts and create the desired faith, definitely. If this were not so, only those who by nature have faith in God could ever hope to understand the principle of the science of mind and spirit, which is subject to certain definite, immutable, and impersonal laws. However, even though faith is a necessary attitude, it is something that can always be established by explaining the theory and proving the principle. No mystery in truth. Faith is a certain specific statement that has power to consciously oppose, neutralize, erase, and obliterate the opposite mental attitude. It is because of this that this study is a science that can definitely be used, and we must accept it as such. The mystery with which most people surround the search for truth relative to this principle is not read out of it, but is read into it. I think that bears repeating. The mystery to which most people surround the search for truth relative to this principle is not read out of it, but is read into it. It stands to reason that if thought and faith, prayer, hope, and appreciation are anything at all, they are definite. And if they are definite, they must be specific. If they are specific, then they unquestionably must accomplish their design. Hope, a subtle illusion. Many people correctly begin their treatments in this manner. I know that the principle of intelligence within me will direct me, etc. Then they complete it with the thought, well, I certainly hope it does. This is entirely forgetting any definite statement and is simply wondering if possibly some good will come along. This is not correct treatment and is not the scientific use of this principle. Hope is good. It is better than despair, but it is a subtle illusion and is an unconscious compromise and has no part in an effective mental treatment. We should say to doubt, where did you come from? Who is your father? You have no place in my mind. Get out. I know that the faith within me now neutralizes all doubt. This is the scientific use of a mental statement. There must be no compromise with the consciousness. We have discovered that the principle is what the principle is and how it works. And now this is what it does. Specifically turn to that thought which tells us we do not know how to use it and repudiate the falsehood. The principle that we have to demonstrate is perfect, and insofar as we can compel the mind to perceive this perfection, so far it will automatically demonstrate. Experience has proved this to be true. We waste much time in arguing over things that cannot be answered. When we have arrived at the ultimate, that is the ultimate. It is the way the thing works. Therefore, we have a right to say that there is a law involved and that this law executes the word. We discover laws, find out how they work, and then begin to use them. Therefore, this question is answered when we say it is the nature of thought and of the creative energy and the nature of being to be this way. We would say that the law is an attribute of God. God did not make the law. It coexists with the eternal. The infinite law and the infinite intelligence are but two sides of the infinite unity. One balances the other, and they are the great personal and impersonal principles in the universe. Evolution is the outworking of the mechanical, and involution is the inworking of the consciousness and the volition. No limit to thought. When we think, something happens to thought. The field through which thought operates is infinite. There is no reason to doubt it. No matter how it is approached, to thought there can be no limit. So we will say that it is the nature of being to react in this way. Here and now, we are surrounded by and immersed in an infinite good. How much of this infinite good is ours? All of it. And how much of it may we have to use? As much of it as we can embody. And that is what it does. And tomorrow we will start with part 4 of the introduction, how to use it. All right. So that is that. We're going to have an amazing service for you in just about an hour and 6 minutes. So that means I need to go eat breakfast so that I can get on the road up to the center. Fortunately, I don't live very far. I totally understand if you choose to watch from home because the weather has been lately. And it's supposed to clear up, I think, later this afternoon. But yeah, I get it. I don't have to cross any big bodies of water to get there. So I should have a relatively safe trip. So, stay safe. If you see water, turn around. If you don't know how deep it is, do not drive through it. All right. The quick housekeeping. I'm just going to remind you, we are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I am the Running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. If you want to know what's going on with the center, please email info@creativelife.org or head over to creativelife.org. Our website is back up. We are very happy about that. And just so that you know how I'm archiving this, because it is the Science of Mind text that I want it to get out there and available. I am uploading the daily readings to the Running Rev Ryan page, and I am archiving it in chapters on the Creative Life Spiritual Center page. And so on the Running Rev Ryan, there'll be daily readings in chapters, so there'll be playlists based on chapters. In the Creative Life Spiritual Center, it's all going to go in one playlist. So there's going to be a lot in there. That's why I decided to do it in chapters. So it may take a couple of days to upload that because I'm going to download the videos and knit them together. So that's, if you want to know how this is going to look until I finish the book, that's what it's going to look like. All right. Oh, I got that edge of congestion that I just can't kick. Yet. It's getting better. All right. Because my voice is mostly back. So, all right. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a dance in the rain day, a stay away from the lightning day, a turn around, don't drown day, a enjoy the rain while we have it day, a listen to the rain sing day, a do what you need to do day, get ready for next week day, a enjoy your Sunday, a good day, and if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action, or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. All right? Explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be. Because I can make you one promise and one promise only. The person the divine knows you to be is good. All right? That's why Ernest keeps using the word good in here, not God, good. So, all right, beloveds, take care of yourself. Like I said, be careful out there in the weather. And we will see. Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.